Any number could, any episode it could be.
We
Okay.
should do it like the YouTubers and
Yeah, yo, yo, yo.
Come on, subscribe, go on! Yeah, woo!
Let's do this one. Hang on a second. Hi there. Welcome to Garage Shoot. And this time, we are doing it in American Dad style. 1, 2, 3.
American dads? You mean American YouTubers?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, let's go!
Let's go!
get some
Subscribe,
cool-
subscribe.
Yeah, get that. No, don't do that.
Do whatever you feel like, mate. If you feel like subscribing, Two Working
Let's go
Dads.
shoot some videos!
Are we? Okay. Hardworking blokes talking about videography.
Hopefully that gets us more subscribers because they like the idiots.
Do they?
Apparently.
Oh, gee, but we are already dogs. We don't need to pretend to be idiots. Yeah, that's all right. Year 2022, we're going to do a recap for my mate Ditchy. Ditchy, first of all, congratulations on the documentary two-part series you did, Bloody Ripper. Now, my question to you is, how did it come along, and are you happy with the final outcome?
Enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed doing it. A lot of issues during the shoot, like things I know to fix up next time if I ever do it again. Things I would change, and as you can see from the video, if you ever watch it, you better watch it. It gets better as I go along. Like the interviews get better. It gets shorter too. So first series or first part is quite long. Second part sort of gets through a bit quicker, but I reckon it's well worth a watch. Yeah, and also did the Gridiron just finished as well, so I've done that. Filmed for Gridiron Victoria this year. Did a few videos for that. And what about you? What about
No,
what did you do?
and one more thing you did, which we haven't mentioned it, the commercial.
Off of the Quarry Hotel.
Yeah,
That's
that was a beautiful.
They were a
was
sponsor.
excellent.
They were a sponsor of my Gridiron videos for the year, so I said, look, I'll do a quick video for you. Just went there, turned up with the camera, and just shot a few shots, and I think it turned out quite well.
See, that's a master of his craft, a humble man. I just turned it on and everything happened. No, go watch that video. Those 30 seconds will make you feel like, wow. And if you want to promote your business,
see if you can spot the error. There's one error I've already spotted myself, and see if you can spot it. Let us know what it is.
If you can spot it, you will be in our next commercial, yeah?
I guess.
Okay, that's all right. And everybody else, if you want your business to be promoted by One Sidekick.
Yeah, onside, not onside.
Yeah, come on.
I'll have to change the name, I think, because people can't get it right.
Yeah, we do need to change it like Garage Shoot.
Yeah.
Right? So whatever you want to call us, doesn't matter.
No.
Come, give us a business. We will give you world of advertising.
Yeah, good rates too. Nice, affordable rates.
Mates rates. What was the reason for it, mate? Why?
Well, I knew a bunch of guys who played football for a local club, and I started doing my videos, and I offered to film games for them just for something to do.
Yeah.
And in the end, I thought to myself, because someone actually approached me to do more than shooting videos, I was going to do other stuff, which never eventuated. But I thought to myself, what if I do a documentary? It's an old football club. It's been around for a long time. They've struggled for a long time. Yeah, on the brink of pretty much extinction if they kept going the way they were going. And in fact, I knew some guys from work playing. I thought, why not? I'll do a documentary. So I worked out who I needed to interview, what kind of questions I needed to ask them, and sort of went from there. So that was all planned, the interviews, who I was going to talk to. Getting in touch with a few people was pretty hard, so I had to choose different people. And some people did rush me, like interview process. You'll notice some of my interviews aren't as good as others, like the lighting's not set up properly. But as you go on in the thing, you'll see I get better and better. Yeah, so the reason why is because the older club, and it had a bit of history behind them. It's a suburb that's getting pretty much packed with new housing. Used to be a real country town, now it's pretty much a booming suburb. So there's a lot of things have changed. I wanted to get people's perspectives on how it used to be. So I had to find some people who've been there for quite a while, interviewed players, coaches and stuff like that.
Fair enough. So did you plan all the shoots, or as you just said earlier, there was some where you've been rushed, or you just have to think on the spot?
Yeah, I had planned like who was going to talk to. So when organising days to do it was hard. One interview, actually did the whole interview and come back home and noticed it was all blurry, so I had to redo it. With the president, that was very rushed. He wanted to help with the juniors training, so I couldn't even set the lighting. The light above him was flickering. I wanted to turn that off. I could see one of these lights that we're using here reflecting off a picture, which I noticed a couple of times in a couple of interviews. Just little things like that. You can. In another interview I did, there was people coming in and out of the room all the time. Couldn't stop that, making noises. So that's another thing I would try and change. But the planning, had the ideas in my head, nothing really written down, and I just sort of went from day to day. And as the season progressed, changed up a bit, made things a bit longer or shorter, and so on. Yeah.
Fair enough. What sort of gear were you using?
I was using the camera we're using now with the camcorder, which shoots in 4K, and I was editing in 1080. So what you see on HD TV, you can watch that on YouTube or.
So pretty much commercial standard footage.
Well, it is now. Yeah. Never used to be. I had my tripod, which I actually used as a monopod more often, which is one leg, so it's a lot easier to move around. I tried using a shoulder mount that I had, so I had the camera up here like this. Problem with that, had it up here like this. Problem with that was that after a while your arms get very sore, and you could sort of see a bit of a lean to the picture, so I didn't use that as much. But it was mainly that and little microphones to mic up the people I was interviewing. I used my other camera very rarely because I didn't really want to use two cameras. I could have for interviews, but I just used the one camera. And
fair enough.
Yeah, like plenty of batteries, obviously. But these batteries are pretty good. One battery would last me a whole game, pretty much. I didn't really carry too much with me. Always took my bag with me, even though I didn't need everything that was in it, but just in case I took it. So.
Okay, while doing that, what was the biggest issue you faced during filming?
Biggest issue, again, I think I said this last time, the wind. It's very hard to film when it's really windy. You can't really block out the wind sounds. Even though I've got one of those dead cats, the fuzzy thing on the microphone.
Dead cats.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be saying that. We have people, our subscribers,
really,
who love their cats.
They're not really dead cats. They're called a dead cat. That's the fluffy thing that goes on the microphone. Supposed to cut out the wind.
So
like a
it's
windshield.
not a real cat who's dead.
But they can only block out so much. So getting that out of some of the interviews and stuff was hard. Even with these little microphones, you can still hear it a bit, but we did what we could. I think finding people to interview was one of the hardest things, and getting people to really get involved with it and take it seriously and not just want to rush through it.
Yep, fair enough.
But generally, everyone was pretty good who I interviewed. One guy did his whole interview and didn't press record, so I had to do it all again. But he didn't care, and we just laughed and laughed. Oh, and we laughed. But other than that, and it's just travelling wasn't too bad because I kept most of the time. I did a lot of the home games, but again, I had to play a lot of away games because the home ground was getting renovated. So but other than that, it was pretty good. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too many issues I faced.
So, okay, now the big question. How did the players, their parents, their loved ones, their siblings, the public, like when they saw the final product online, the released version, how did they react? Did they accept it? Was it like, yay or nah, we could have done better? Like, what was their reaction and how did they accept it?
To be honest, I haven't heard a lot of feedback. I've heard no negative feedback. I've only heard one of the people say that some of the pictures are a bit dark, which I get it. I'm still learning as I go along. Other than that, no one's really said anything bad about it. A few people have said they really liked it. Others said maybe the first part was a bit too long, but it was really in depth in the first game. But other than that, and then I think this is the thing that annoys me the most: the actual league that this team plays in. Yes, I'm talking to you, RDNFL or RDFNL, if you're called, Riddle Football League, Netball League. Didn't even share it on their Facebook or mention it anywhere. It was a documentary about a struggling club of theirs, and nothing. Nothing.
Naughty club.
I'm not asking for money. If I had done it on Wallen or Diggers Rest, I can guarantee they would have showed it because they're the clubs because they all have money. But I don't care if you see this, whoever runs RDFNL, whatever it's called. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You're not going to promote a team from your league to help them. But anyway, that's my rant.
Okay.
But other than that, everyone else has been pretty good.
And please don't sue us. We are broke as anything. We got nothing to give. Right?
I did this. I didn't get paid for this. I didn't ask for any money for this. I didn't get money from sponsors. I did it off my own back, my own time. All hours went into editing, going over it and editing and re-editing and redoing stuff. All I want is the league. I had teams that were in it briefly, like I think it was Romsey, thank you, shared it on their Facebook. Thank you for that. That's all I wanted, is just say it's under me on and check it out. But yeah, the actual
league club.
The club did eventually say something about it and put it on their Facebook, but the league, I wouldn't want to be involved in any league like that. It doesn't want to help promote your club, really.
I'll say stuff the footy. Let's do OnlyFans. Just kidding.
There's a lot more money. If you want to do OnlyFans, I'm
Yeah,
happy to film it.
Yeah.
And he's happy to do photos because we know you make a lot of money doing it.
Okay. Would you do it again? No, not for the same club, but
No.
like.
Well,
Yeah.
I couldn't do the same thing with the club. Yes, I would. It was good to learn about the club and speaking to some of the locals who've been there their whole lives and how it's changed, the suburb,
Yeah.
how the club's changed and their thoughts, their old school thoughts, and players don't play for the fun of it anymore. They play for the money, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
You see that everywhere. They play disappeared, all sports, to get paid more money. I get it, but anyway. So loyalty's gone from the game, really.
Okay, let's get to the creative side.
Mm-hmm.
You'd done a documentary. It took you almost a year because it was a whole season.
Yep.
But it's 2-part, beautiful product. Finally, when you see it, you feel like, wow, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, what's the next on your agenda?
Next on my agenda, I would like to help the gridiron in Australia get bigger. It's the kind of sport that should have been thriving. NFL's huge now. It's gotten bigger and bigger every year, but people just aren't going to play it as much as people are watching it. And it's a sport for everyone. It's a sport for, you've got guys in their 50s still playing. You've got guys who, they're 300 kilograms and they're playing because it's a position for everyone. So my aim is to help promote the local competition. And if I'm lucky, help film the state team. And if I'm lucky again, do something nationally.
There we go.
That's my aim, and then I can go casual at work and do this more often.
Bang.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're listening...
No offense, Cindy.
Yes, Cindy, no offense. You said we should have to tag you, so here we go. And there was another subscriber, actually, who said, I don't know what garage shoot is.
I'm not sure she's a subscriber, though. She's just questioned us.
Oh, naughty, naughty girl. Subscribe now.
Now you know what it is. Now you know what it is, so yeah, subscribe.
Yeah, it's 2 working dads talking
Videos,
photos, just in a garage, nothing
We
expensive.
don't go too technical because we don't really know all the technical stuff.
We are still learning.
Yeah.
But we are natural. That's true.
Naturally talented.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Have a good one.